Hi, good evening. My name is Earl Richey. I might need about 4 minutes. This is regarding water rate increases. I'm all for increasing the water rates if it's required, and I guess my question is 37% enough to increase the water rates and for the city to pay for the water repairs in town? I have a few questions I'd like to ask the City Council to agendatize for a future meeting. And I have a total of 5. I'll make it real short. Number 1, it was my understanding that the city budgeted to purchase 4,000 new water meters for a cost of $1.2 million or more, which would include radio towers and monitoring devices for the city to be more efficient to read the meters. Were these meters put out for bid, and how many companies bid on these meters and the cost to purchase the meters and to sell them to the city of Sierra Madre? What is the meter reading savings for the city of Sierra Madre if we have radio towers and if the water meters are read by a radio wave versus an independent person walking the street? The second item that I have, it's my understanding that the city has 60-year or 100-year-old water pipes which need to be replaced immediately. I don't have a problem with that, but I was a little confused. If the city raises the water rates 37%, and it goes into effect immediately, not over a period of 5 years, based upon the water sales that we have now to the community, which represents approximately $3 million, that would be $1,200,000 for an increase. My question is, why are we only budgeting $24,000 of $1.2 million to replace the needed broken water pipes in case we have an earthquake, so that everybody won't drown in our water going down the street? I guess the next part to that question is, if we're only spending $24,000 of $1.2 million, where is the other $1,175,000 going? I think that's an adequate question that I'd like to see addressed. Number 3, it's my understanding that the city owes 2 bonds. That's for $3 million each, so $3 million and $3 million would total $6 million, of which we borrowed monies, which we're paying back approximately $900,000 per year in interest and principal. Based upon the $900,000 we pay back on interest and principal, relating that to the $3 million of water that we're selling, we're paying almost 1/3 of the city's water revenues for interest and principal for bond monies that we borrowed. That seems to me that that's way out of line. Also, to add to the same comment, it was my understanding that the city also borrowed an additional $1,150,000, $1,500,000 plus or minus, which we owe money to San Gabriel Valley Water District. So if you take a look at the $3 million on the bond 1, $3 million on bond 2, and $1,500,000 on San Gabriel Valley Water District, that'd be $7.5 million that the city owes for bonds or for a loan. Since the city doesn't have the money to pay the interest and the principal on the $1.5 million we borrowed from San Gabriel Valley Water District, I'd like to know where that money's going to come from if we don't raise the water rates, number 1. Number 2, my understanding that San Gabriel Valley Water District was very kind and patient and agreed that since we don't have the money to pay interest and principal on the $1.5 million that we borrowed, that would go into effect for monthly mortgage payments, if we look at it, that would be July 2011. My question is, for the $1.5 million we borrowed for San Gabriel Valley Water District on a loan, what do we buy, and do we really need to spend $1.5 million? I would like to discuss the monthly payments as far as where the interest and principal is going and where the money is going to come from. I guess that's redundant. The 4th item I have...
Can you please wrap up your comments soon?
Sure, not a problem.
All right, thank you.
I would like to request that the city provide a list by the name of the engineering company and the contractors, which the city has awarded city work for over the last 10 years, from 2000 to 2010, for major work in the amount of $25,000 or more. And the last item that I have, at this time, based upon the city's credit, what is the water department's credit limit, number one, and how much more money can we borrow over the $7.5 million that we've already borrowed that we're in debt for? And what is the total monthly payment going to be on the $7.5 million that we owe the bond company or we owe the Sierra Madre Water District?